Mentorship is essential for every young person. For most of you that have had access to mentors, I believe that you have seen changes in your life and seen that your life is not as it used to be. Most times we think that mentorship is just meeting somebody and liking them and taking pictures with them and liking what they are doing. But mentorship goes beyond that, being guided by the things you actually want to do and not the things that your mentor is doing. Today, we'll be having a conversation with some mentees from Sweda Ghana, an NGO here in Tamale that is helping many young women to unearth their potential through mentorship with qualified women mentors. Let's take a breather. When we are back, we delve into more. I am Martha in Spice. Growing up, it was so difficult finding answers to all the questions that bothered my young mind. As soon as I found my purpose and understood my mandate, I made it a mission to answer as many questions as possible, bothering young people. I have mentored, inspired, and helped young people unearth their potentials through the Martha Inspires Foundation. However, I feel it is time to bring the conversation much closer to you. We have you in mind, you the young person. With my team of experts, we bring to you the Reflection Show, a show that focuses on addressing issues young people face, helping them to unearth their potentials, and giving them nothing but the best avenues in helping them solve issues that they may face in their young age. Join me, Martha Inspires, every Thursday and Saturday at 8:30 p.m. on Truth TV, the Reflection Show, restoring hopes. Welcome back from the break. I'll be speaking with Santia Hikmatu. She's a mentee from Sweda Ghana, and also Fataya Musa, also a mentee from Sweda Ghana. They'll be delving into the conversation with me on how Sweda Ghana's Mentorship Academy has impacted their life, and also to encourage many of us, especially those in Tamale and even outside Tamale, because this mentorship is quite virtual. So whether you are in or outside Tamale, you can actively participate. Thank you for joining me, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so you have participated in the mentorship, and I believe that before you joined this academy, you kind of understood what mentorship was. That probably encouraged you to sign up for the academy. But before we delve into the academy, let me start with you. What is mentorship all about? When we say mentorship, what do you understand by mentorship?
Okay, to me, mentorship means support, guidance, and shaping an individual to reach their highest potential.
Okay, so shaping an individual, when you say shaping an individual, just tell us one or two things that through your mentorship journey you have experienced.
Okay, so I was a very reserved person, and mentorship has exposed me to find a voice, especially when it comes to speaking out my opinions, having conversations one-on-one, and even in public. Yes, so that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so tell us about mentorship. What do you understand by mentorship?
Mentorship is just an established relationship where an individual with a little bit of experience or with higher experience guide, support, and coach an individual with lesser experience as compared to the individual with higher experience. And definitely somebody with higher experience would be the mentor, and the one with the lesser experience would be the mentee.
Okay.
So generally, mentorship is just a journey to personal development, and just as she said, grooming and coaching as well.
Okay, you said the mentor is the one with the higher experience,
Yes.
and the one who is learning is the mentee.
Mentee, yes.
Okay,
Please.
so what are some of the important? Why do you think it's important for young people to go into, to sign up or to get mentors?
All right, so mentorship is very crucial in the life of an individual or a young person growing up because it play a very vital role in development, professional development, personal development as well. Like we said earlier on, it is important because it provides support for those individuals, either being it financially, either being it personal development advices, and so on and so forth. Mentorship also helps to coach individuals into their various fields, being it academic, being it the professional field as well. It also helps individuals to enrich their network, important network as well, because definitely you can't make a network in which you are in the midst of individuals who does not align with your goals in life. So it helps you um, identify your purpose in life and know the kind of people to mingle with when it comes to your personal and professional growth as well.
Okay. Hikmat, tell us what you have been in that journey. What are some of the importance of mentorship to young people?
Okay, so I think the most important thing about mentorship is that mentorship teaches you to give back to society. Because using myself as an example, I was a mentee last year, and this year I've been nominated as a mentor for the Female Leadership and Mentorship Academy under Sweda Ghana. So the continuous circle of influence mentorship impacts. I think that's the most important thing about mentorship.
So you were a mentee. Now
Yes.
you were a mentor. How has the journey been for you? How did you hear about the academy? How did you join? And how has it been for you generally?
Okay, a friend sent it to my WhatsApp group, our class WhatsApp group, and I thought it's wise to apply for it because I've always heard of mentorship, but I've not experienced it firsthand. So I thought of it as an opportunity to learn, and that is why I applied for the mentorship.
So take us through your journey. Your journey when you applied, assigned to. What are some of the important things that you learned that has been different from what you knew before now?
Okay, so the first thing I learned in my journey was the importance of reflection, self-reflection, because our first meeting with Haji Ali Masajito, who was my mentor, she asked us to assess ourselves personally and know our strengths, our weaknesses, what we need to develop. So that was the first experience I had, which has carried me through. And secondly, the importance of authenticity as an individual. Young girls growing in the current society, it's very difficult for us to show our authentic self in whether in leadership position, anywhere we find ourselves in our professions and every other place. And I think one thing I also learned from my mentorship journey is that it will always be difficult, but then sometimes we have to push ourselves as young people and we have to voice out our concerns. If you are always quiet and reserved, no one will know what you are thinking about or the abilities you have as an individual.
Were there some difficulties you faced in your journey?
Yes, there were. There were lots because
Okay.
at that time, when we started our mentorship journey, we were writing exams, so which was a bit difficult for me. But then I had to find way to balance my time and all that. And I also found it difficult to speak because I realized in my team, my group, everyone was vocal except myself, which was a bit difficult for me. Haja was always engaging us in conversations, and I found it very difficult to speak because I had always been in my shell. I hated talking about things, especially in groups. I didn't want to show myself. In my opinion, that was what I thought. But then as time went on, Haja reached out to me personally and then told me how important it is for me to voice out more often if I really want to reach where I want to go. Yes, so
Okay. Tell us about your journey as well. How did you hear about the Mentorship Academy and how your journey has been?
So my journey with Sweden Mentorship has been a journey of self-recovery. So initially, before hearing about the mentorship, I was already a little bit exposed to the mentorship sector, but I hadn't had the opportunity to have one-on-one mentorship with an experienced person. So I heard about Sweden Mentorship from a page or a group of young people doing the same thing in a group on a WhatsApp page. So I decided to leverage on that opportunity to apply and also have a feel of that one-on-one mentorship, because I've seen in 2021, I've seen some of my colleagues already engaged in that, and they were already saying the benefits of what they are getting from it. So I thought it was to also give myself that opportunity. So as I said earlier on, it was a journey of self-discovery, because initially I wasn't, as Hikma said earlier on, I was also quite reserved individual, and I found myself doing a lot of different things without knowing where to actually focus on. But with the help of my mentor, she was able to guide me through my strengths, my weaknesses, and find opportunities through the weaknesses and how to work on the weaknesses, and also how to identify my purpose in life, what exactly I want to do, and um, yeah, and what I actually want to do in life. And luckily, I was able to leverage on that knowledge and guidance she gave me. And thankfully, I'm able to establish my own initiative, of which I am doing a technological hub where I also train young people in digital skills and mentorship as well, to find themselves in the digital sector as well. So that is how the mentorship helped me. But before that, I didn't know what I actually wanted to be. I find any opportunity I find, I jump into it. When being it digital skills, being it health, being it advocacy, but I didn't actually know where to focus on. But my mentor helped me to discover my skills, to discover what I actually want, my purpose and my passion as well. Yeah, so that's how the mentorship helped me.
Okay. Now, let's look at some of the activities in there. Like, how long was it? Like, when you sign up, how long was it? And, before you graduate and all that.
Okay, it took us 3 months.
3 months, yeah.
Yes, 3 months of the mentorship journey. But then after your mentorship, after the 3 months, you bring out your own project that you want to carry out, either with your colleagues or personally. And I brought out my project was more about speaking to young girls in training colleges about the importance of mentorship. I knew one of the WUCOMs in that school, so I spoke with her, and then she organized a few of the first years, and I spoke with them about the importance of mentorship. And due to the engagement we had, they are now currently carrying out a mentorship program as well
Wow.
in their school.
Wow. So that's like impact to impact to
Impact,
impact.
yes, yeah.
How has the journey been for you? I mean, within the 3 months, some of the,
Yeah.
activities that has
So
happened.
within the 3 months, it has been fun, it has been learning, it has been inspiring. Getting to meet our mentor one-on-one and getting to also meet her virtually. We had times where we met her and she took us through practical skills, and we had times where we also met her virtually, and it was an opportunity for us to also learn how to use the virtual platforms as well to engage as individuals aspiring to find ourselves in higher spaces as well. So the journey has been good. We also had the opportunity to engage in an impactful community initiative where we went to a junior high school to educate young people on menstrual hygiene, because most of my mentees group were found in the health sector. So we just decided to do something around our sector. We went to educate them on menstrual hygiene, and we also did some sharing of or donation of sanitary pads to them to help these young people gain knowledge, or help these young people with information they need during this cycle as well. So I think it was impactful because some of them didn't know how to calculate their menstrual cycle, and with our engagement they are able to do that as well. Some of them didn't also have access to the basic sanitary pad as well, and through our engagement we donated the sanitary pads to them, and we also had an external sister who was also passionate in this field, where she produces reusable sanitary pads. So she also introduced it to them, and we also introduced other alternative sanitary pads or sanitary absorbents they could be used aside the sanitary pads as well. Yeah. So it has been impactful as well, because after the initiative, we liaised with the school authorities to have an emergency sanitary pad or menstrual products for them, so that in case any students is find his or herself in the school wanting in case of menstruation, they could just easily have access to that sanitary pad. And we went to St. Peter's, and it's just closer to Tamale NTC. So we have Kama members who were in Tamale NTC, where they donate sanitary pads every month to the school. We call it pad bank, the school pad bank. So if you go to the school, any student that wants sanitary pad at any point in time can easily go into that. And it was through our influence. Yeah, so.
Okay, so let me come back to you. After the graduation, how has it, been with you, your life and the things that you have to do? How has the journey or the impact been? Has there been any changes?
Okay, so following my project, I developed interest in advocacy. So I have involved myself in non-governmental organizations who also have similar focus or dreams that I do. So I engage in those activities. We speak to young girls. We attend programs that are focused on that. And the journey has been nothing short of amazing. I have grown immensely, professionally, personally, and yes, that's just it.
Okay, you're giving me short answers. Professionally, in what sense? Because I need to understand, some of the things that have practically happened. So, professionally, how were you professionally before, and now what has been, the professional change? So, for example, if I should go for a media training, maybe professionally, I'm already doing TV. Maybe were there other aspects of TV that I learned based on the training that I'm adding now? Because we are trying to encourage people to sign up. So I
Yeah.
want very practical stories, on how the mentorship has been able to impact in your professional life.
Okay. So I said professionally because I've learned how to use the virtual platforms for meetings and programs, summits, and also personal branding, which is now very important in the lives of young girls and boys. And I've also learned the importance of teamwork, public speaking, communication, problem solving skills. Yes, and I think that's just what I meant by
Professional.
Okay, and you?
Yes, the question again.
Okay, I'm asking practical examples of how the mentorship has helped you.
All right. So right after the mentorship didn't actually end after the flagship program.
Okay.
We still stayed in touch with our mentor, who still avails herself to take us through professional development, like personal grooming, like she said, and also some of us are still learning how to speak in public as well. So we are. She took us through effective communication, and also I've also been able to establish my own thing, like I said earlier on, where I'm also trying to groom young people in the tech industry and hone their skills in such industry, because there is the need for us to do so, as it is lacking in northern Ghana. Yeah.
Okay, now let's look at, if you've just landed on the point in northern region, do you think that there have been a mentorship gap in, you keep mentioning being able to use the virtual platforms? That is one aspect when it comes to technology. But before that or beyond that, do you think there is a mentorship gap in how young people should have probably achieved certain things by now or doing well by now? Do you feel there is a mentorship gap?
Yes, there's actually a great mentorship gap, especially among our sisters in senior high school and junior high school. Most of the mentorship programs available are mostly focused on people or girls already in the university. So if we could have a mentorship programs in these senior high schools and junior high school girls, it could have helped most young girls in northern region, because that is the age we actually need mentorship. Our career begins in the senior high schools. So we find girls or young ladies who complete school without knowing what they actually want to move into. I am a victim of that. If I had, should I have had the mentorship in senior high school, I would have find myself in the technology field instead of the health sector, because initially I didn't know that was where my skills were on. But parents were just on the view that since other parent children are doing nursing or health sector, you should also do. But that was not actually what I wanted, though I found myself into it. But had I had the mentorship where I was helped to hone my skills, develop those skills, I would have find myself there, but which is not too late. So if we had mentorship in senior high schools, I think it will help these young people, especially in the field of career development as well. And we also find there's a lot of things that happens in senior high schools where girls and even young people are exposed to a lot of social vices, peer pressure, and all those things. So if we had them being under mentorship, at least it will help guide them, and it will help them improve in their academic development and also career development as well.
Okay. Hikmat, do you think there is a mentorship gap?
Yes. So as Fataya rightly said, the mentorship gap between the junior high school and then the senior high school students as compared to those of us at the university. But then I would also like to add up that the mentorship gap between girls and boys, because it looks like now the mentorship is all centered on females, and then the males are left behind.
No, we at Matter in Spice, we have a boys mentorship program. So yes, we have a boys mentorship program. So yes, we encourage more people to do that. Yeah, I'm just adding that to what you're saying. But of course, there's still a gap when it comes to boys mentorship.
Yes. So I believe the boys mentorship is equally important as compared to the girls mentorship, because boys, they are brought up, especially in this part of the country, in such a way that they are forced not to show their emotions, or even they are taught, I don't want to use this word, but the negative masculinity, which is not supposed to be the right thing, because if we really want the future Ghana wants, then I think we should bring up youth in such a way that everyone is well-rounded, whether male or female. We should all have equal opportunities to programs like this.
So you feel that there have been so much on the girls for a very long time.
Yes.
Yes.
So we should try to involve the boys also in the mentorship, because I agree, because sometimes I feel that we may end up having a generation of more empowered,
Young people.
Ladies.
young women, and the boys are now at the bottom. Then we have to now go through another circle of boys empowerment and a whole lot of things. So to organizations that are promoting women empowerment, I think that it's important we focus on also having boys empowerment programs, because now even if you have a boys empowerment program, it's very, very difficult to even get funding for it, because the focus is on the girls. But we are asking that the boy child should also be involved, because if we need to save women from whatever we want them to be saved from, empowering boys can, reduce that to a greater perspective. Let's take a breather. When we are back. Growing up, it was so difficult finding answers to all the questions that bothered my young mind. As soon as I found my purpose and understood my mandate, I made it a mission to answer as many questions as possible, bothering young people. I have mentored, inspired, and helped young people unearth their potentials through the Martha and Spice Foundation. However, I feel it is time to bring the conversation much closer to you. We have you in mind, you the young person. With my team of experts, we bring to you the Reflection Show, a show that focuses on addressing issues young people face, helping them to unearth their potentials, and giving them nothing but the best avenues in helping them solve issues that they may face in their young age. Join me, Martha in Spice, every Thursday and Saturday at 8:30 p.m. on Truth TV, the Reflection Show, restoring hopes. Welcome back from the break. We are still here. We are still looking at the importance of mentorship in our generation, and we are having a conversation with, out of the many mentees under Sweden Ghana's Mentorship Academy, trying to see what they have learned from the academy, and generally get to understand why it's important for you and I to seek for mentors. But unfortunately, sometimes we only look at for mentors who are, on TV. Sometimes you see somebody, oh, this person is my mentor. There's nothing wrong with that, having people on TV who are mentoring you by maybe following them. I have people that every program they attend, I mean, they go to, if once it's on social media, I follow them, I don't know them. But I also have mentors who are within me, I can pick up my phone and give them a call when I need certain guidance. So if you are in Tamale or around, Sweda Ghana is offering us an opportunity to directly communicate with your mentor. And that is one of the things that many of us may not always have. So let's continue the conversation. But I want us to look at today. You are saying that you are now a mentor. What was different about you, or what do you think happened you, because for Student Ghana to transition you from a mentee to a mentor, you must have done something quite extraordinary. What do you think the mentee part, the role you played? Because I've had mentees that I even wish I wasn't mentoring, because sometimes, like, I'm struggling to even reach out to them. I've been a mentor in the academy for 3 years. This might be my 4th year this year. And there are times that I'm struggling to reach them. There are some too who are actually trying to reach me. What do you think mentees should do different to get a comprehensive guidance from mentors?
Okay, so first of all, I would say the mentees should be serious about the mentorship journey, because initially, my team, the team I was in, most of us were we felt, especially the quiet ones like myself, we felt left out. But then we realized that if we were there, then we were there for something. And so I will encourage the mentees, this year's mentees, to be more interested in whatever is going on. And then you don't need the mentor to always be chasing you for meetings. You set up the meetings yourself. You tell her whether she's available or not. Then she would let you know. And then also, before the mentorship journey, as I said earlier, I was reserved. And when it comes to speaking about voicing out my opinions, it was very difficult for me, which is still difficult, but we do the difficult things.
Yeah.
So yes, that's what
I see that there was a story posted on the Sweda Ghana page. Was that you?
Yes.
So tell us about that story for those who are not on social media. It was a long story on your journey on mentorship. So just share, just in summary, just share with us, what all that was about.
Okay, so my story is just about me being reserved and finding my voice, getting to learn about the importance of teamwork, which is very, very important in personal growth and professional growth as well. Getting to learn more about public speaking and just the common communications we usually have, and getting to know more about personal branding as an individual. I used to copy people a lot when it comes to social, because I believe what I see on social
exams,
media.
just copy.
What I see on social media.
It's not wrong to copy, though.
Yes. If I admire the person, I tend to pick up the way the person talks, the way the person behaves. But then I realized that there is power in authenticity as a young person. It's okay for me to stand out. And there's nothing wrong with being different from every other person. If it's a positive thing, then there's nothing wrong with that.
And I feel that also there is nothing wrong in copying. It depends on what you want to copy. Yeah. Just that sometimes I find it's funny when people say, I want to speak like person A, I want to speak like person B. No, I want to be me. I want to be able to speak like me. In speaking like me that no one else can speak like, It's unique. And I'm glad that from that mentorship, you have been able to understand that you need to be yourself. You don't need to copy. Yes, you can copy people's, not misbehaving, people being decent. There's a good way to copy. But, most of us these days, we copy blindly. We see everything on social media and we want to copy. There's this new trend where, everybody is a content creator.
Yeah.
On social media, everybody's an influencer, and everybody is checking who has the greatest views, the greatest likes and all that. And sometimes I feel like you don't have to be a content creator. What are you doing? Let people even chase you. I want to let content creators for that chase me, to even probably use me as their content, but not yes, people are good in creating content. That is them. But I feel that, you know, as young people, when we have the right avenues for mentorship, we'll be able to be unique. Even when we are creating content, we'll know the kind of content that we are creating. Everybody is creating, you know, funny content without a meaning, you know. But well, I think that we get to change from all of that. How has, you know, your story, do you have any unique story?
My unique story will be finding my purpose.
Okay.
Before joining or before finding a mentor at Sweden, Ghana, I find myself doing a lot of different things, stressing myself out in the name of making impact.
Okay.
Yes, you could make impact, but if you are making the impact without knowing what you seek to gain or you seek to achieve, you would be doing nothing. So one powerful tool I took from my mentor was helping to find my purpose, identifying what I seek to achieve as an individual, and in the process, whatever I seek to achieve, I should make sure it is actually making impact in the community, in the society, and into my life as well. So it's just like placing yourself as a priority whilst trying to make impact in the lives of people. So I've also learned how to, as a manager, or let me just say, as somebody who leads an initiative, I've also learned some practical skills from her, from how to manage corporate emails and to how to come out with project planning as well and how to initiate it. I've also learned how to seek for partnerships from her and how to work in team, just like Hikma said earlier on. Teamwork is one key thing I've learned from her, and how to leverage myself in the teams, or how to work within the teams as well. Sometimes we do find ourselves in teams, and because of one personal weakness, you would find yourself not to be active or efficient in the team. But if you learn how to leverage on each other's strength in the team, each other weaknesses as well, I think you'll be able to make efficient impact in whatever you are doing. So I've been able to
like when you say find your purpose,
yeah.
Is it a way? Is there a way to be quite specific? Is it like maybe you didn't understand what you wanted to
Yes,
be,
yes.
who you were,
Yes,
and
yes.
what is that purpose you have found now?
Yes, for now, I've found out that, okay, when I say finding my purpose, I found myself doing everything.
Okay.
Like, as I said earlier, on being it in the health sector, being it in community, okay, advocacy, fine. But there is this specific thing that you need to know, what you seek to achieve, what do you actually want. And through her, I've been able to realize that I have a lot of skills in me when it comes to technology. Even though I didn't have anything to do with technology in terms of my academic journey, but I find myself that I can do a lot with the computer when given to me. And through her guidance, she showed me how to go by that skills and how to also make impact, because as young people in the Sweden journey, we are all about making impact in others' life, because people are making impacts in our lives. So we should find ways and means to also transfer the impact into others. So I found my purpose by trying to also train young people in the skills I have in terms of technology as well.
Okay.
Yes.
So, how do you think a mentee should act when they are, you know, in a journey with a mentor?
That's always the problem, how mentees should act. Most of mentees, it's always a problem where mentors try to chase mentees rather than mentees chasing out their mentors. And I think the problem with us has always been how to schedule our time very well. Most of the time, mentees are in school, and how to combine academic work or academic schedules with the mentorship might be difficult. But as a mentor, if you really know what you are out for, or as a mentee, if you know what you are out for, you will be able to schedule yourself well. This time I'm supposed to meet my mentor, and when I meet her, what am I learning from her? Sometimes we do meet them, but you don't know what you are learning from her. You are expecting her to teach you. But if you don't tell her what you want to learn, she wouldn't also know what to teach you. We are always in groups, so we had some people who always feel sidelined, because they feel like when the mentor comes, she always focuses on an individual. I've realized that she always focuses on that individual because she comes with what she wants. And I think with that, it all have to do with self-introspection. If you are able to reflect upon yourself, ask yourself questions. What am I lacking? What are my weaknesses? What can this mentor help me do? And what can I benefit from her? I think it will help during the mentorship process. And I think that helped me through. I sat down and I had to write down some of my skills and some of the things I couldn't do. And I asked myself, those that I couldn't do, how can she help me do it? And those that I could do, how can she help me better on those skills? And with that, whenever we come, you ask her questions, and you ask her, even if she says she will get back to you and she's not getting back to you, you do follow-ups.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are also engaged in a way. So if you don't follow, if she says she will get back to you and you feel like, oh, she says she will get back to me and she's not getting back to me, and then the next time they ask, you say, oh, my mentor is not paying attention to me, my mentor is giving me attitude and all those things. If you don't bring yourself, they are also working and all those things. So once you schedule yourself and you know what you want to learn and what you want to better into, I think it will help. And that's what helped me actually.
Okay. Now let's look at the mentees again. Do you think that sometimes is it because maybe some of the mentees do not like the mentor, not necessarily about the academy, but mentorship in general? Do you think that maybe sometimes when mentees don't like the mentor, because I remember a particular year, one of the mentors said something. I've even heard some mentors say that some mentees fell out with them, like, you know, went, wanted to drop out or whatever, because when they found out that this person was their mentor. Do you think that, and the mentor doesn't even know them, but probably it could be out of rumors, or, you know, you hear certain things about certain people. Do you think that could be a reason why people do not want to participate effectively?
Okay. So yes, I think that could be a reason, because during in my cohort, we had some other teams had mentors from outside Ghana, and some had from Tamale here.
Yeah.
Others also had mentors who were still students. And those that had mentors who were still students, most of them didn't graduate because they didn't pay attention to what was going on. They just felt, if my mentor is a student, what can she possibly give me? Because we are all students. But then I think if Sweda Ghana or that particular mentorship academy chose that person, then that person had a potential that she was capable of giving out. That's why she was chosen. So I think regardless of the mentor an individual is giving, there's still something to be learned from the person, whether the person's profession aligns with yours or not. There's still something you can particularly learn from that individual.
So adding to what Hikma has said, I think it's high time we look at our mentors beyond glamour, or what am I going to say? Yes, beyond, maybe, let's say, a lot of people look at a mentor, somebody who should qualify to be a mentor should own a high running NGO or should be very rich or so. Mentorship is all about experience, as I said earlier on. I can be a mentor to somebody. The same person I am mentoring can be a mentor to me as well, because he or she might harbor some skills that I don't have, and I can learn from her in that instance. So we should look beyond what we all know the normal mentorship to be. And when they give you a mentor, just what you should be seeking for is to learn from them. Don't look at their personal life. Don't look at, of course, you can look at how the way they live their lives in the society, and if they were living, they weren't living an exemplary life, Sweden wouldn't have chosen them for you to be a mentor. So we should stop comparing. I think Sweden have their own way of pairing the mentors and the mentees. So before anybody could become a mentor, the person might have qualified. So once they give you a mentor, just look at what you'll be learning from the person, and at the end of the 3 days, what you will benefit, what your society will benefit, and what people around you will benefit from what you are learning.
And I think adding to that too, sometimes it's not, you know, people have certain kind of expectations.
Yeah.
So I remember a colleague mentor told me that she met her mentees and she was just looking normal, and she's not as big. She's also smallish like me. And then the mentees thought she was also like a mentee. So she was like, okay, let's sit and wait for our mentor. And we're saying, this is our mentor. And until when she said she was the mentor, you could see the look on their faces, because they felt that this is a small girl.
Yeah.
And I think one of her mentees was kind of by age older than her. So with what you asked, I have had people that are older than me. I think last year, one of my mentees said that when she told someone that I'm the mentor, someone said, with all she knew, what is she coming to learn from me?
Yeah.
with all she knows. Well, I don't know what she knows. But if Sida Ghana feels that Martha,
You're
I'm qualified
qualified.
to mentor you, it means that there's something I have that you can learn from.
Yes.
So I think that people should stop, looking at certain,
Yes,
qualification or
standards.
certain standards.
Standards, yes.
Like he said, somebody can mentor me and I can also mentor somebody
Somebody.
depending on what the person wants to learn. If today I want to try something different from what I am doing, I need a mentor.
Yeah.
And the mentor would probably be doing something that I'm probably not
Not
doing now.
doing. Yes.
Yes. So I think that we should all focus on the right things that has to be learned than what you think your mentor should in a way possess, because mentorship is broad. Mentorship doesn't just, it's not like just one day. It's not a conference
Yeah.
or a summit that somebody will come and
Sit.
stand and talk to you in 30 minutes or 45 minutes and that is done. It's a process. Mentorship delves into your personal life
Yeah.
to understand your weaknesses, to understand your strengths, and how to leverage on it. I was telling someone that, I've been doing this for 10 years for Matter Inspires Foundation. If I have to start all over again now, I'm going to be a mentor to myself
Yeah.
based on experience.
Experience.
If somebody walks to me now to want to start an NGO, based on my experience, I'll be able to guide the person not to make certain mistakes that I have made, despite how old the person might be. I know people that are way older than me, and their NGOs are basically 2 or 3 years old. And most of them are able to call me, how did you start this? So that in a way, that is also like a guidance or a mentorship. So even if you call somebody and say, oh, I want to start a restaurant, how do I? That's mentorship.
Yeah.
So maybe later on we can look at different kinds of mentorship, long term, short term, for life, that kind of thing. But people should understand that mentorship, it's essential in every aspect that you want to go. Now let's look at your colleagues who probably might have not been serious, that them. You've mentioned something that some of them didn't graduate. What happens in the academy if you are not serious?
Okay, so at the end of everything, at the end of the 3 months, your mentor is supposed to submit the list of those who were serious throughout the journey, and after they carry out their project, how successful the project was, whether they carried it or not, and that's also and the reports they submit. That's also a requirement for the graduation. I would also like to add that the reason why most of my colleagues didn't graduate is that most of them expected to gain financial help from the mentoring journey. But then the thing is, mentorship is it's not a scholarship. It's for learning and personal and professional growth, and not something you are going to gain financial help from. So that was one of the reasons why most of them didn't graduate. That's
Okay, I've heard that before. I remember there were times that some said that like what's happening, and some mentees fell off and they were like, are they going to pay us? Because like you said, your friend shared it with you, so the friend shared it with her, and because they were not going to pay them, pay them, it reduced her focus on trying to be serious in stay. And I think there was a time, some program like that, where a group, their mentor came from outside Ghana and gave her group members tablets. And people were like, oh, so like that is left to the
Mentors.
that's left to the mentor. I remember a time I've taken some of my mentees out to sit and talk and chat, and just have dinner and stuff. But some of them will even feel that for them to even come to you, you need to pay them, like, or even give them lorry fare to go back or come in, or even if you want to have a virtual session with them, they think that you have to
Data allowance.
you have to give them some data allowance. But we even as mentors are not paid.
Yeah.
The data I used to call you or whatever, I'm not paid for even my time. So I think that is a key thing on that. Is there anything else that?
Yes, I think we should start to see the value of the mentorship we are getting.
Okay.
Elsewhere, people pay to get
True.
mentors, or if you are getting mentorship elsewhere, you pay money to get it. But here is the case, you are getting it for free, and mentors even find venues for you to come and sit and drink whilst they are mentoring you. And at the end of the day, you still expect some financial gains from that. I think we will be failing as a youth if we continue to have those expectations as well. Maybe the only way we can kill down these expectations is to see the value of what we are getting from the mentors. I think that will help. Once you are just only coming there for the money, then okay, meaning it kills the whole purpose of the mentorship, because you are not coming for mentor. If there is no money, you are not coming. But if you know that this is a value, this is something important I'm going out for, you will definitely even be ready to even cater for the transport of the mentor to come, if should, in case you should do so. So I think we should look at the mentorship as an important thing we are actually needing, not like Sweden is needing us to run their mentorship program, but we should look at it as a need we should have, and avoid these whole expectations from it. They are mentoring us, and who knows, the money you are seeking to gain from the mentor, the knowledge you are getting from the mentorship might even lead you to a bigger, way more opportunities than you could imagine, and you will gain a lot of money from it. Yeah, so once we value what we have at hand and stop having those monetary expectations, I think it will help.
It's because we want quick money. So
Yes.
3 months I'm
Nobody's
mentoring.
ready to
And
make
people,
money.
no matter how you think the internet can help you, most times it may not be able to give you the best mentorship or the things to
Yes.
learn than, having to sit under someone else's guidance.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do, somebody has been through that journey. So you need someone to actually mentor you. Anyways, let's take our final words. Everything we have discussed on mentorship, on Twitter, Ghana Mentorship Academy and all that. What are your final? Let me come to you on that.
All right, my final word is to commend you. I've been following you for quite some time now, and I think we've met, but we've not sat one-on-one stuff. To commend you for setting up this whole initiative for people to come share their stories. It's a rare platform we have in Northern Ghana here, and having you do this, I think we have to salute you. You
Thank
deserve
you.
your flowers as well. And thank you to Sweden Ghana for creating or making time for us to be mentored as well. And to my mentor, Sister Samiha, thank you very much for always being around. Even after the mentorship, I still call her once in a while to guide me through certain things as well. Yeah, and thank you. And young people should also avail themselves for mentorship, because it's very important. Without the mentorship, we wouldn't have been able to sit here. We wouldn't have even know about Matter Inspires Foundation, but through mentorship we are able to know and leverage upon other opportunities as well. So thank you very much for having us today.
Thank you.
And to our viewers as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
A final words.
Okay. So first of all, I also like to commend you. You mentioned that you are mentoring boys, which I've never heard of. Yes, in Northern region here, and even Ghana, because everyone is focusing on young girls, which is a good thing. But then I think as we are going, we should move the boys along. And I would like to thank Sweden Ghana and my mentor Haji Alima Sajito of Sweden Ghana, and Hajia Fatimata as well, for making me become this person that I am currently, and I'm still learning from them as well. So to the next cohort of the Female Leadership and Mentorship Academy under Sweden Ghana, make sure this journey becomes a personalized experience for you. Make sure you take everything that you can from the journey as well. Thank you.
Thank you for also coming for this episode, to encourage other more young people out there to take up mentorship. You don't have to be necessarily part of the Sweden Ghana Mentorship Academy if you are not in Tamale or its environs. You can always identify a mentor wherever you are and be intentional about the mentorship journey. You don't have to go to the mentor and feel that, mentor, I want this, I want that, Sometimes, and people are even funny when they can even call you, oh, I want money, I want to pay my fees. I remember one time a mentee called me and was like, she's in their need of help. Oh, I should give her money to braid their hair. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, is this how? But people don't know. So sometimes we do well to teach them that as a mentee, you have to be very careful with the kind of request you ask your mentor, because that can turn them off, because these are things that they are not obliged to do for you. If a mentor gives you something, that is a privilege that you have gotten. I have been speaking with Santia Hikmatu, and then Fataya Musa. They are all mentees from the Sweden Ghana Mentorship Academy. So I believe if you are in Tamale, you should know about Sweden Ghana. So I think that the application for this cohort has already closed. Application will be open anytime soon. But just keep following Sweden Ghana, and I believe that you get to see all the amazing things that they do. And a big thank you to Haji Alima Sajito for bringing this great initiative to empower many, many young women out there to stand out and at their potentials and to be bold and outstanding, like I would always say. It's a wonderful year, and as usual, we are calling on partners and sponsors to join us to support the Reflection Show so we can continue airing and reach out to a greater audience out there. It's been great bringing you this episode. I am Martha with Price. Do have a good night.